Here we go. Hot Rods, blazing topics. It's your boy Hot Rod here, back with another one. Here with another episode. Man, first of all, everybody week is going well so far. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind, a little late with the episode, but hey, better now than ever. So I'll jump straight into it, man. And first and foremost, before I go, as y'all see, I got some extra mugs right here. This sweet lady again who did this actual cup and did my brand logo cups to these mugs. Please check her out. Check her page at Shay Coley on Instagram and also Shay Coley on Facebook. She does an extraordinary job, as y'all see. If y'all got any business, plans y'all have of selling products for mugs, she's the best person I'll recommend to check out. So I'll jump straight to it. Last time we had an episode, we spoke on coming into a new season, right? We spoke on transitioning from last season, the summer, to the fall. We wanted a new outcome. We talked about going into new ventures, setting new goals, things that we look forward to. And one thing, when we're going to the new season, we had a lot of times struggle to set what is called boundaries. And when we set these boundaries, we tend to fade out those boundaries, right? We don't hold ourselves accountable. And not just with other people, not just with people, but to ourselves too. Because a lot of times we have an easy scapegoat to say, like, okay, we're gonna blame someone else for our failures and our mistakes, but we don't hold ourselves accountable as to why the things that we want to see succeed just to continue to stay stale and it doesn't really go over the top the way we want them to. And a lot of times, like I said, it's setting those boundaries, right? And like I said, in the previous episode where we talked about going to a new season and we wanted to make those changes, those necessary changes, right? We wanted to leave the old habits behind and create new habits so that we can stay on top of our goals and obtain them. So when we talk about boundaries, a lot of times we set the certain boundaries, but we don't keep to them. Let's be real. We don't keep to them. But who do we blame, right? We blame those around us, right? We blame family, we blame friends, right? And for real, we don't look ourselves in the mirror. Like we know that there's certain things that we want to avoid, but we struggle to do so. I mean, I know me for sure. I do a lot. Like I would set these plans and create all these habits and routines so that I don't fall, right? But then it's like, man, I'm not telling you that. Listen, the devil exists. The devil truly exists, because every time I feel like I'm succeeding in these goals, right? Nothing is stopping me. I'm not slowing down. Then boom, here comes the devil to come knock me down off my square, right? He send me those temptations all the time, those things that he knows that I love, right? I always, for some reason, it just circles back around when I'm in my highest peak, my highest form, when everything is just going great and well. Here comes that temptation that I know that I said, hey, I set this boundary. I'm not going to do that. I know what's going to come with me going back to that, right? I know what's going to come to me going back to that relationship. I know what's going to come with me going back to that place, right? And I can't help it, because these are the things that I love, right? This is the person that I love. I want to be around that. I want to be around them. But it's like, you got to remember, man, set those boundaries for a reason and stick to them, and know that when those temptations come knocking on your door, you freaking run. You freaking run and you avoid it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel like, damn, it's a punk move. Like I said in the last episode, you feel like, oh man, avoiding is really not helping you with those changes because you're just running away from temporary problems. No, you can avoid something even if it's temporarily, and know that, you know what, I ain't ready to face this right now, but the best thing for me to do is run away from it. And when I'm ready to take that on, then I'll do that. But right now, it's just not it. Not this time, not this season, not at this moment. No, I'm not taking that. So for me, it's like, what is boundaries? Like, you got to know what is boundaries for you. Like, what does it look like, right? What does it look like? Like I said, is it avoiding people? Is it avoiding things? A lot of times it's telling people simply no. And as we come into this new season, right, the fall is now here. this is what we call the holiday season, right? Things that we know that, damn, we promise ourselves, I'm not going to go and have all these sugars and all these candies, right? I'm not going to go Halloween trick-or-treating because I've been working so hard in this past September, and now October's here. October's knocking on the door, and here comes Halloween, here comes trick-or-treating, and here comes all these treats and candies, and I can't avoid it, right? Here comes November, here's Thanksgiving, right? All the damn carbs in the world that you bust your butt in the gym to avoid. Now the temptation comes knocking back around full swing, right? We have Christmas coming up. We spend time with family. We know that we have our goals and we want to maintain them, but at the end of the day, we have a hard time telling our family no. I said I would not do these things, though. We tell our friends no. And a lot of times, we understand that we have family members and friends that come from long distance, especially our extended families that we don't see all the time. So we want to be around them and we want to have a great time. And the same with friends too as well. But we always know that every single year in and year out, it's the same routine. It's the same bad habit. And for some reason, every time I get to this point in this season, when it comes around, I don't know how to avoid that. I don't know how to make those changes. Simply, you just got to tell people no. If they're not on the same page as you, then you got to know to just walk away. Remove yourself. Explain. I mean, you shouldn't have to explain yourself, but sometimes, for the purpose of your family, I think it's good to at least let them know, let them be aware so they don't feel like maybe they're the problem. But it's wrong to at least explain to them like, hey, this is my mindset right now. This is what I want to focus on. I got this business plan that I'm trying to attack on. And I know that for me to get my mind focused and locked in on this plan, I got to isolate myself and block out the noise. Right? If I know alcohol is going to get me to the point, and that shit, I love alcohol. I drink it. I like to cheers to it. You see my brand. I advertise all the time, as you see in my background here, but I know that there's a time and place for everything. I know there's a season of things for that, right? There's a season where I know that, okay, I can have fun sometimes, but I have to have that control. For me, it's about control. I know that I want to pick and choose when I want to do these things and when I don't want to do things. And when I know it's time for me to lock in, I know I got to stay away from, right? I could be out here drinking a whole bunch of shots on this damn table right now, right? But I know as much as I love the alcohol, I know I love myself even more, and I know where I'm trying to get to. I know the vision that I have. So for me, in order to get to that place and to get to that next level, I know I got to have self-control. So therefore, I'm going to be like, you know what? Let me eliminate this right now. Let me eliminate being around this environment. Right? Don't get stuck into this habit all the time that, damn, you feel like fear, temptation. You fear of temptation that you worry about what someone else think. You know that, damn, this person, if I tell them this is where I'm at, this is how I feel, they might take offense to that. You're going to offend a lot of people on your way to the top, no matter what you're trying to accomplish. Boo-hoo. But you're not here to please other people. You're here to please and satisfy only yourself. You're trying to prove to yourself, not to the world. Yeah, you want to show the world eventually everything that you're doing great, but you're trying to prove it to yourself first before you show and display. So that's the one I say to you, it's avoiding and telling people no. If you know, a lot of times we go into this season, you got those who may feel like, okay, when the holidays come around, I get depressed, right? I have a lot of friends. I don't want to be around them, but I know that the reason why I don't want to be around them is not because I hate my friends, I don't like them, but I know that I may have probably dealt with a lot of death in my family, and being around other people, my friends' family, it triggers that thought. It triggers that emotion, right, of what I can't have and that I miss. So if I know that it's going to bring me back these feelings and it's going to, trigger my emotions and it's going to get overwhelmed and it's going to get the best of me, I got to find a way to create that routine where I know every year I don't want to have this feeling around this time of year. I don't want to be feeling like I'm so antisocial, but I also know I got to do what's best for me and do whatever I got to do to make sure I'm happy for myself. And if it means telling people, no, I'm sorry, I cannot attend this Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, sorry, I can't attend this Christmas dinner. You gotta, all you can do is explain to the person and tell them your reasons as to why, and then they're gonna take it however they're gonna feel. But you know that you're doing the things that work best for you. And that's what's most important, because everyone's not going to understand where we come from, right? A lot of times people's not going to understand how you feel, why you feel the way you feel, right? Why are you isolating yourself around this time, this season? Why do you stay away, right? Why do you avoid? Why do you say no? It's always in this period. Well, there comes a point in time, if you're repeating the same thing to the same person over and over, you're not the problem, they are the problem, because you told them over and over. If they can't really understand, that's for you to make that decision, and you know what I mean. To the left, to the left. So, guys, understand boundaries. And that's all I want to leave with y'all today. What is boundaries for you? What does boundaries look like? I'll leave y'all with that hot rods blazing topic. Until next time. Peace.